I was reading a story where it said you came over on a ship.
See, what happened, you see, I was a graduate from Munker College, 1938. And what, in those days, the bishops from the United States would send in letters requesting students to come over, or priests. And the rector would send off resumes, and then each one would pick whatever he wanted. And so in 1938, I was ready to go to the Diocese of Seattle. But that was the Anschluss in Czechoslovakia, and Hitler was marching, and all of a sudden nobody was allowed to come into the States, you know, they were closed down. So I spent a whole year bumming around, doing nothing. But then in May of 1939, Archbishop Mon was coming back from Rome after he was at Limina. He stopped off in Limerick because he was traveling with Redemptorist Bishop Murray from Saskatoon and the stay of the monastery. And at the monastery there was a priest retreat. And one of my good friends, my chaplain of the Scouts, Canon Cooper, he talked to him and he said, by the way, he said, yes, young chap in there. And he was on his way last year, but got striped. So they contacted the college, and next thing I knew, I was talking to Archbishop Monin. And he was telling me the terrible things, how awful it was in Saskatchewan. Oh. And of course, the end of the Depression. But he blew the whole thing because he said, no, just for example, I want a man that's practical. You're out in the country there, and in the middle of winter, and your car gets stuck. You're spinning your wheels. You know? Immediately, my mind began to twirl, you know, because in Ireland at that time, we were all walking or cycling. How many people had cars? It was a poor country. And here in Canada, every priest has a car. Oh. Not too bad, I said to myself, you know, it can't be that bad. So anyway, I decided to come. And then we got on the SS Montrose, and we were sailing for a day when we were ordered back to port, to Liverpool, because the war started. And so then we got back so far, then we were told, continue on. We kept on. What happened was the U-boats were out, and they wanted us to join a convoy for protection, you see. But we didn't know that, of course, at the time. We found out afterwards. So we finally came on, and then right behind us, the Athenia was sunk.
Oh my goodness.
First casualty passenger. So that was the story. That's how I came. And three of us came, Father Dan Lucy, and lad named Jenny Fox, and myself. And because we had no family here, you see, we were sent out to all these poor priests in the country to summer and winter. And we were at Lampin. And we spent the whole winter, the whole Christmas, I should say, pushing him out of ditches. He was getting stuck everywhere. So I stayed. My friend Jerry went back the next spring. He said, that's it.
So I was wondering what you would say to a young man if he was considering the call to the priesthood. What would you say to him?
Well, well, first of all, I would look at his background, because I think the background is very important before a man makes any decision. And if the background is good, then I would say, look into it. But I would, from my own viewpoint, I would speak about the pastoral ministry as being one of the great consolations that a priest has. For example, I was, for the past couple of years, or the past 12 years, I was looking after Pioneer and Pasqua. And every Sunday without fail, there was somebody there. You baptized me. And I said, I never miss a face. I have. But, or you buried my dad, or you married us 25 years ago. And the thing is, in the pastoral ministry, you never know the seeds you sow. That's the beauty of it, and the trees go after it. But so I would say to the young man that there's a great opportunity here to spread the good news. Especially, I would advise to the pastoral ministry, because you're in contact with people all the time, and the people love you. And the marvelous thing is they forgive you very easily. You know, your faults, and they remember the good times, you see. So I would say to him in all honesty that after 6 years, I've never been so happy that I went into the priesthood. It was a great thing for me. There were ups and downs, of course, mind you. I'm not saying everything was just like anything else, but on the whole, it's been a tremendous experience. And I think that's the only way you can talk to young people, from your own personal experience. And then, after that, see what happens.